Instagrams at the same time. You can see. We live.
You already know.
What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? This is another week of Art for Change, art enthusiasts and change makers. I am your host, Mr. Sapiosexual, and my co-host.
You already know it's your boy BU, because that's all you gotta motherfucking do.
Exactly. Well, I love that slogan, man. How you doing, man? How's your day?
I'm good. I had a long day, but it was a good day though. It wasn't a bad day. It was a long one, but a productive one. Work wise, business wise, getting prepared for the podcast wise. My daughter is at softball right now, actually, so I'm missing that. But you know, I get the recordings and all that. She going somewhere, boy. Hey,
she's going somewhere.
And you a lot of kids. Hey, somebody got to make some money.
Right. I got 6 kids myself, for people who don't know. So yeah.
Yeah, somebody got to make some money. I can't pay for college back to back.
No.
And they going back to back. They're all in a row, back to back college. So I'm like, yeah, somebody got to do something. I might pay for 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a guest host on. Everybody know by now, if you're familiar with the podcast. For people who do not know, the poet East Wizard is in the building.
What's cracking?
What's up, my boy?
How you living, G's?
Hey, I'm still alive.
I seen your ass was out there at goddamn dinner, surrounded by the whole family.
Yeah,
talking about goddamn. Yeah, you in a fucked up situation, my boy.
Yeah,
they know who got all the money.
What my daughter say? Oh, Daddy got beyond money.
Yeah, he got beyond money. That's why I ain't never heard of no shit like that, gang. I said beyond money. I said, oh yeah, that nigga gonna have to buy a horse and carriage for that goddamn what's the shit called? Senior prom? Yeah. Horse and carriage and all of that shit.
By then, Art for Change podcast gonna blow, so we all gonna be rich.
Yeah, we're gonna be 7 figures by then, so it ain't gonna be a thing. You know?
Let's do it. How you feeling, Tom? How you feeling, mister?
I'm blessed, brother. I'm blessed. How you feeling, poet?
I can't complain. I'm tired. It was a long day.
Long day, productive.
Last meeting. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, always productive and shit. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Low key, I've been up since like 4 this morning. I just woke up on some other shit though. You feel me? Because yesterday here in Durham, I don't really want to get all into it, but this 16-year-old got arrested. You feel me? And charged for the murder of this 15-year-old here, and so you already know how that goes. You feel me? Young people and the violent shit. So yeah, I was up early and kind of thinking about some of that shit, and then got into some work, had meetings all day and shit. Got out my last meeting at 8, so yeah, just cooling for real, kind of decompressing.
Absolutely. Well, it's funny that you mentioned it, and it is Therapeutic THursDayz today, so that's what we're calling this day podcast. Yeah, it's funny that you said that the thing with the young fellas and the incidents with the 2 African American men, young boys.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that kind of go into something that I wanted to discuss too tonight on the podcast. I was around a large group of Black people today, and I mean, when I say a lot of us, I was at the courthouse, and the building, the line was wrapped around the courthouse, nice size courthouse. So that's a lot of people, and a lot of the people that was in there looked like us, and the gentlemen, most of the guys in there looked like they was between 25 and under, and we couldn't even stand in the line, you know what I'm saying, and conduct ourselves. You know, the guys were getting real rowdy, degrading each other, ready to fight, threatening to kill each other, you know what I mean, all over, someone's touching them in a tight space while we all in line. So, it kind of goes into what I want to talk about, tonight. Why do you think, before I get into my thought, my rebuttal, let me ask you a question. You guys a question. Whoever want to answer first. Why do you think black? Why do you think that we're so geared to hate one another? Why do you think that we don't pull together as a community as tight as other ethnicities?
Yeah, I'll chime in a little bit and then let BU speak on it. Immediately, I mean, there's a lot of different reasons. Man, shit. I mean, there's a lot of different reasons. You could start at, I mean, not start in sense of history, but as far as the start of this conversation, like you could start at, you remember the movie Hotel Rwanda?
Yes, I do.
You feel me? I can't remember the names of the two groups, but they were literally both black African tribes. You feel me? And they were literally at ends over like the one group of folks had like a bigger nose, and the other group of folks had like, I don't know, it was something about their eyes or some shit. You feel me? But literally, like we can go to there with it. We can go to again some of the things I spoke on last time about just like the whole inception of the creation of the society that we currently live in nowadays, and how a lot of things were done to disrupt and separate the black families and families of color. You feel me? We can go to, I mean, you can speak on gang violence and things. You can speak on, what do I want to say? There's a lot of it's interesting too, because even now I won't, what I'm about to say, I wouldn't go as far as to say hate, but it's interesting that even in the field of work that I do and that I've been doing for the last 10 years, I still found myself in situations where I'll just say where my primal instincts, you feel me, kick in. And yeah, just to keep it G, you feel me, like those situations where, bro, you feel me, if it's after dark and I see a nigga walking with a hood, bro, I'm gripping my fire and I'm looking at the nigga twice because I know how niggas is. Now, I'm not just saying that black people are like this. You do anything to give it a moment, you know what I'm saying? But via how we grew up in society, you dig? Like it's
Hey, how you doing, Ted?
it's a lot easier for me as a black man to just
Excellent.
to just understand like all of the situations where it's like, bruh, even if it just comes down to, bruh, it might not even be hate in a lot of instances, bruh. I mean, we know how I go, you know what I'm saying? As far as like niggas is hungry, you feel me? So as far as like committing certain acts, whether we talking about like robbing somebody or, you know what I'm saying, something along those measures, like, bruh, it didn't matter whether the person was black, white, Asian, you feel me? If bruh was hungry, he was gonna eat off the first person he saw. It just so happened that he was in the hood, so 90% of the time, the first person that he saw was what? Another black man that looked like he had a little bit more than what he had. So, you know, yeah, I want to hear BU thoughts. I just kept it kind of broad.
What up, Tabby? I think we're mostly all in competition with each other, and I think that's the. I see it in the workforce too, because we're trying to impress the white man, at least at work, what I see. So it's like they want to stand out, and to stand out, they gotta get away from niggas and act like ignorant towards the niggas, but then make a front in front of the white people. You get what I mean? And that comes back to what Poet said. We're always around each other, and we're naturally aggressive. Like we're naturally who we are.
Do you think that that's naturally who we are, or do you think some of that is programmed?
I think it's programmed, so as well. But I think both actually. I think it's programmed. Like they put us all together for a reason, just for us to kill each other. Like everything is for a reason. What they're doing with black people, and they're still doing it. And we got to be smarter as people, which we are getting better. But we gotta be smart as people to realize what they're doing to us to cancel us, pretty much. So yeah.
I don't even think it's so much as what they doing to us to cancel us. I think we need to stop and realize what we are doing to our own community to cancel our own selves out. We're so conditioned and brainwashed, and a lot of us have which some people will call it Stockholm syndrome. I call it the Willie Lynch syndrome.
Explain that.
Explain that. Okay, so Willie Lynch was a
What are you talking
well-known. Huh?
Not my fault. No, I was just saying. I know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Before I go to the Willie Lynch,
X-Man. Yeah, he's coming.
let's bring up Zaytoven to the stage. I see you backstage, my brother.
Go Chiefs.
How you doing? Turn your camera sideways for us, man.
Yeah. I'm trying to get
Chiefs.
the
Go Chiefs.
I'll try to get it right now, man.
Hey, Mister. Hey, Mister. Before you break down the Willie Lynch, I just wanted to add that I do think it's fuck. I forgot the word now, but I do think it's taught. It's programming.
Yes, sir.
You feel me? But
yes, sir.
Even by nature of what you're about to explain, it makes the argument for both sides of the spectrum. You feel me? I agree 100% with what you're saying as far as at the end of the day, it comes down to you as an individual. You feel me? You got to do your history. You know what I'm saying? You got to do your history. You got to learn what you need to learn. You got to have value of self.
You got to reprogram yourself.
Yeah, you have to take that up upon yourself. So at the end of the day, it is your responsibility. But
yes, sir.
At the beginning of the day, there is a lot of programming that helped us. I'll say it like that. That helped us. That helped put us in this fucked up state that we're currently in. Now, break that down. Really
right. So for the people who don't know, Willie Lynch was a well-renowned slave owner in the South, and he was known for having the best and the most obedient slaves. And he would teach other owners how to discipline their slaves to make them so well-mannered and well-tamed as the slave that was on his plantation. So Willie Lynch wrote a letter, and in this letter he said that if you keep them in captivity for over 400 years, other things was in this letter as well, but this is just a highlight of something that was in this letter, is that if you keep them in captivity for 400 years, which we was in slavery for roughly that time, that they will be slaves within their mind, that we wouldn't even have the chains on them, because they would be so institutionalized to what we incorporated into them, that they would be killing each other and fighting each other, and we don't have to worry about them. And if you fast forward into today's time, and then the media highlights it when you hear terms like black on black crime, but you don't never hear terms such as white on white
crime. Yep.
Or Hispanic on Hispanic crime. You don't hear those terms. Asian
That's part
on
of the
Asian
game. That's part of the game.
So, and that's part of the programming as well.
Yep.
And no black people owns major distribution companies or major record labels. They're all affiliated some way with our white counterparts. And those men who sit high, they control what goes in our airways. Nobody owns the radio stations. Saying they're all owned by wealthy Europeans. And
Shouts out to Sam Cooke.
and they own the sound waves, because you'll never hear what you will hear on a hip hop station, and how they paid those artists to say those things on the hip hop station that they would never pay their country singer to say. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny in the disproportion in how it's all brainwashed in the TV, in the media, and in our own homes. Because just like you said, Larry, the poet, that if you see a black man, you started to say black man and then you switched it and said any man, but you initiated and was saying if you see a black man in a hoodie, that you'll grab your thing and be ready for whatever he gonna move. But I feel like even that reaction is brainwashed. You know what I mean? I feel like even that reaction is because of the trauma that you've seen or experienced in your community. You know?
Well, it's a difference between to an extent. I'm not completely disagreeing with you, but it's a difference between brainwashing and actual valid experience. Right. Anybody that grew up in the streets that was really a part of any gangs, that really sold any dope, that really pushed any buttons, you feel me? That's not brainwashing. That shit, that's decisions that you made. Now, don't get it twisted. We make decisions. I'm not taking away from the accountability piece and shit. You feel me?
Right.
But that's a valid experience and shit. You feel me? If you had to push a button in a situation, whether it was your life or another, that ain't brainwashing. That's just trauma that came from you having to make a decision in the moment and shit. You feel me? If you had to throw hands, if you had to, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, you know, it's a difference between that experience and shit. You feel me? Because understand it, like back in the days in antiquity and shit, like we had what you call it, rites of passage and shit. You feel me? And even during different like rituals and things like that, you feel me? Like just to say that there was like actual physical activity and shit, you feel me? You had to be certified as a warrior, you feel me? You dig? And any right. And so warrior school look a little different nowadays and shit, you feel me? Because they just goddamn hands and spears and shit, you feel me? You know, we got fucking 30s and 60s and you know, so that shit look a little different. But
you feel me?
Yeah. But nah, everything that you spoke to though, as far as like it's spot on. And I wanna I just want to reiterate also that and BU as well, you feel me? Everything you were saying was spot on. Everything is just connecting. I think the term hate, it's like, to go back to the competition thing that you were brought up and connecting it. So it's like, even think about, I know facts, all of us heard and shit, you feel me? Now, I don't know how much all of us believed it, but I'm going to try to make the point. Like, the majority of us heard growing up, it was like, you feel me? You got to sell dope, you got to play sports, so you got to go to college and shit, you feel me? And it ain't like really the majority of us like knew what the fuck going to college, you feel me, really was. It was still kind of just like standard shit for the most part, like, oh, you want to be a lawyer or a doctor or a teacher or an engineer or some shit. But we, you know what I'm saying, we really didn't know anything. Saying that to say that like us not really having, and I know that a lot of kids did, and even nowadays even more so, but even us not having certain exposure created that competition that turns deadly and into hatred. You feel me? Because you're thinking of like, damn, like you said, like I only got these 3 options. Or only, you know what I'm saying? I only got these 2 options because a lot of people's like, I can't go to fucking college. I can't go to, you feel me, higher education. I'm not good enough for that shit, you feel me? So I got to sell dope or be good at sports and shit, you feel me? That creates extreme competition and shit, you feel me? And then double backs to like the Willie Lynch shit, you feel me? Think about sports and think about, you feel me, those actors, like it's heavily melanated, you feel me, people. And it's like, you know, like, bitch, how many people on the NBA team? 15, nigga. I be telling people that shit all the time. I'm like, bro, and especially before that, I'm like, bro, the roster was like 12, gang. I'm like, bro, you got to think about it, gang. I'm like, every year, nigga, is somebody getting fired or somebody getting hired, gang. You got to think about that, gang. Even though they're getting a little $500,000 check, they might not get that check next year, you feel me? If another young nigga come up and take their spot, even at that level, the competition is crazy. You might have hatred for a nigga and shit, you feel me? Like, it's deep.
David, all right, so speaking about the NBA, you had something to say, mister?
No, y'all can go ahead.
There's a lot of trades that's happened. I don't know if y'all been tuned in with these trades. There's a lot going on in the NBA.
I just heard about the Luka shit, that's all.
There's Luka. Jimmy Butler from Miami went to the Warriors, which is shit.
Shit, yeah. wait, Jimmy, Jimmy and Steph?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jimmy and Steph?
Yeah, man. Man, going crazy right now.
Yeah.
deadline was they still made exclusive trades today. Like exclusive trades was going on today. The Lakers picked up a dude
Luka.
from Charlotte.
Oh yeah,
No,
dude from
they picked
Charlotte
up a
too.
dude
Yeah.
from Charlotte today. He a center to replace AD. I forgot my man's name. The Mavericks, they picked up the light skinned dude with the braids that played for the 76ers. He was pretty good. I mean, it's a lot of trading stuff going on. A lot of teams need like a couple players that like either first or second round draft picks for the upcoming years and stuff like that. But them finals gonna be just as good as this Super Bowl. You hear me?
Hey, you might as
Hey,
well take that
shout
baby
out to them
off.
Eagles one more time now. Don't y'all forget about them Eagles on Sunday.
Nigga, no.
I heard I heard BU talking about that Go Chiefs when I first got on.
I'm
Listen, you
my
better
mouth
be
right here, and
tuned
I put
in
my
on that
money where
game.
my
Hey,
mouth at. We can talk business.
6:30, boy. 6:30. You hear me?
Yeah, hey,
Super Bowl live.
All right, we gonna see.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
It ain't even gonna be fair. I don't even want to talk shit to you.
I think that Luka and LeBron gonna do though, and being partner, which I
Well, I think Luka's
do.
gonna have to learn how to play
How
defense.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Luka
yeah,
gonna have to
he
play
got to be able to play
defense.
defense for sure.
Because he'll play defense.
He got to. Nah, you right. I'm 100% with you on that. 100% with you on that.
Hey,
But
Ain't no team better than the Steelers.
she said what she said.
hey,
All right,
listen,
bro. Hey,
listen.
stay out of this, bro.
Hey, we ain't even gonna talk about them Steelers, man. For them Steelers fans, the most y'all got going on is what my boy Wiz came out with, the black and yellow. That's about the most y'all gonna get. You know what I'm saying? That's like the most that's gonna go on. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, stay
Look,
out of this. I'm getting heated.
I'ma
I'm
tell
preheating
you.
right now. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, man. Them Steelers, they trying. I'm gonna put it like that. So I understand what you're saying. They trying. They got a long way to go though. There's too many people in their way, man. Too many. Hey, mister, you ain't got nothing on that Luka and LeBron situation?
I mean, I think that's crazy, but I like to see how they play together. I think it's gonna be a good watch. You know?
I think they're trying to make Luka because they know LeBron's leaving soon.
Yeah.
Luka the face of the Lakers, pretty much.
Well, I mean, the thing was, it wasn't really based on the Lakers. The Lakers was never like this was some real talking about it, and like nobody knew nothing. Anthony Davis, LeBron. Normally, LeBron know all the moves that's going on. LeBron didn't know. AD didn't know. Nobody knew. You know what I'm saying? So with that situation, it was like, damn, like the whole world. That's like the biggest trade in history, man.
Don't cut me off, Brooke. Brooke, don't cut me off. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit.
I'm big.
Man, turn me up. Don't cut me off.
hey, look, she said they're gonna be on the next. She said they're gonna be on the next one. Hey, look though, the Steelers was looking good. I ain't even gonna cap. The Steelers was looking good now. I was just, talking a little shit, but the Steelers was looking good this season. I mean, I ride with the Steelers just based off the black coach that's been there. They ain't fired him yet, man. He been there a long time, and they still rocking with him. They ain't gave up on him. They rocking with him still. They had a pretty good season this year, man. They showed up and beat some big teams. Yeah, you're right. Russell definitely got to go. I'm glad you know. He got to go. Listen, he should have never been y'all starting quarterback from the get-go. He should have been second string. Y'all should have played Fields a little more than they did, but it is what it is with how that quarterback stuff go. They ain't want to sit Russell down. because he started doing a little good. But they really should have just played both of them. Just play a little more than they did, and I mean they might have been all right. They really had a pretty decent season though. I thought they was gonna go a little further than they did. I really even thought they was gonna get the Ravens an even better game, but the Ravens
I didn't think
came in there and
I didn't think that.
the Ravens came in there and it got crazy.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It got crazy real fast. I'm like, dang, what's going on? I thought they were gonna do better than this against them boys because that's a big rivalry thing. Like, I
Yeah,
don't know. I thought they was gonna do a little better, but
is carrying the team in her opinion.
Pickens is fire. Yeah, he is.
We're not gonna talk about the Ravens. Watch out.
Lord, she on everything, ain't she?
Damn,
She is
hold
on
on.
everything.
Who is this?
Hey, look. What you? Hold
on.
on. I need to hear what she got to say about the Eagles. You got to comment on them Eagles. Let me hear what you even got to say, good or bad.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
bring
I need
her
to know.
ass up. You might well bring
I
her
need
up,
to know.
goddamn, to talk loud.
Yeah, boy, because she
Bring on
on this
Camper.
thing. She talking that football for real. Paul, what you think on that LeBron and AD? I mean, LeBron and Luka. My bad.
Fuck LeBron.
Damn, you can't look. I'm not going for that. I can't go for that. Hell no. Listen, you can say anything but that. God damn. I might have should have just left you alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you should have.
Lord, listen.
Asking
Boston, my team.
Asking me
Boston,
any
my
questions
team.
about
But I'm a LeBron
Drake
fan.
is going to give
I'm
the
a
same
LeBron
result.
fan. Boston, my team, though. But I'm a LeBron fan, man. You can't do LBJ like that now. Not like that.
So you said
And
you should have never asked them, huh?
Yeah. Any questions about LeBron and Drake is going to
like
yield the same results.
He was fired for a reason and stuff. Like, and he talking about fuck LeBron. Lord have mercy. Okay then. Okay. I fuck for her. She out me.
She said she
out. We cool. We all right now.
Yeah, you can cut me off.
Yeah,
I'll take
she
that
rocking
back.
with the
You can
Eagles.
cut me off. I'll go up. You cut me off, bro. It's all good. Go ahead, cut me off. Go Chiefs. So everybody going for the Eagles in here. All y'all?
No, listen. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people going for the Chiefs. Trust me.
Nigga, I'm talking
A
about
whole lot.
who's talking right now.
I'm going for Kendrick.
I mean, everybody.
I want the Eagles to win.
I want Kendrick to win.
Okay, cut. Okay, mister.
All right, so
You know
it's
what I'm
the
saying?
Williams brothers together, like always. We going for the
Oh Lord, here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. We keep it in the family.
Hey, hold on. Let. I'm gonna mess with Paul one more time. Paul, who you got?
I already said I'm going for Kendrick and SZA.
Oh, you on the halftime show? Okay, we're gonna let you orchestrate the whole little, you know what I mean, halftime.
Hell yeah, warm up for the concert, goddamn. That shit.
Yeah. You here for the concert?
I swear to God, that bitch gonna be peekaboo. I done put them boogers in my chain. Peekaboo. 80 pointers like a Kobe game. Yeah, that way.
That's Mr. Twin. You know, he hate that.
762s will make them pay. Yeah.
Turn this TV off.
All the way the fuck off, goddamn. You feel me?
Come on, man.
Hey, bro.
Hey, Drake gonna turn that TV off when the Super Bowl start. That halftime.
Yeah, he gonna turn the TV off for sure. He's definitely turning the TV off. You can bet your ass cheeks, buddy. No Diddy.
Hold on. What y'all be saying? Pause? Yeah.
I said no Diddy.
Yeah, I'm about to get started.
Look,
shouts out to Diddy. Hey, y'all heard about that? Y'all seen the academic shit?
What happened? Inform me.
You ain't seen the academics?
I seen
Clips.
I did see something about it.
Freaky ass nigga.
He was going off. He was going off because somebody posted something happened on social media. It was something like that I seen.
Bruh, because he was in fucking this Discord or some shit with a goddamn 15-year-old, bro. I'm talking about saying some straight pedophile, like some
Yeah.
straight
That's what
weirdo
it was.
ass shit, bro.
Yeah.
I'm talking
That's
about
exactly what it was.
this nigga academics asking a 15-year-old boy talking about some if
Yeah.
goddamn if so and so if like he literally asked the nigga, would you let this nigga fuck you? He literally said it. He said, would you let this nigga fuck you if he something? And I'm like, wait a minute, bro. I know this nigga, this shit ain't for real. And he just keep asking him all this sexual ass shit. And I'm like, bro, this is a 15-year-old boy. And a nigga would try to spin it, talking about some like, this is a friend, like we clown and we troll like this all the time. Nah, nigga, that internet shit got you niggas heads tweaking, bro. You a grown ass fucking man, bro. That's a 15-year-old boy, bro. If that was his father, bro, that nigga, bro. Yeah, I ain't even gonna say all that, bro. You know what time it is, gang.
Yeah.
No, asking my son, would you let another man fuck you to play a video game with him or for some? Nah, bro, that's absolutely crazy, bro. Academics is done, nigga. Done. And he won't never shit anyway. He was always a clown ass nigga, but he's done so now, bro.
Yeah, that's some loose booty shit right there. So yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
I gotta look that up when we get off because I ain't see that. I gotta look that up after the podcast.
The world getting crazy.
Yes, sir.
What y'all got to say about this Trump situation with the tariffs and how all that stuff going?
With the who?
The tariffs.
With the tariffs.
You know, he put it on pause. He put it on pause for 30 days.
For two. But that's only for two of them, though. That was for Mexico. Yeah.
Canada.
We talked about that
Mexico
Monday,
and Canada.
Yeah, we talked about it Monday.
Yeah, we talked about that Monday.
Okay.
You missed the show, dude?
So you missed the show.
Did you miss the show?
What you think about it? Because we already answered it. What you think about it?
Oh, I mean, you know, I understand what Trump trying to do. He in a situation where he trying to get stuff under control, basically. So he trying to use his authority and force his hand, like, hey, y'all gonna pay more money to do this until we can come to some type of agreement. You know what I'm saying? That's really what that is. Once they can get stuff figured out, you know, come to some kind of common ground, the tariff thing ain't even gonna be nothing no more. It's not even gonna be a thing. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
I need my Mexicans leave the border alone. Let them.
My thing, you see, is how he talking all this big boy shit. Like y'all seen this shit? I seen he said like I think he tweeted something talking about basically he was going to step on the fucking Gaza Strip and Gaza and shit. I'm like, bro, this nigga's talking big boy shit to like international. Like this nigga's like, bro, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, it's getting crazy. I got some Mexicans that work at the facility, the plant or whatever. One of them told me they wouldn't let them in Walmart.
Wow, that's crazy.
Like Walmart wouldn't let, I guess, certain people in, like if they want legit or whatever. I don't know if they had somebody out there checking or what, but they wouldn't let them in.
Hey, but nah, what y'all think about the fucking the El Salvador shit?
Nah, before we get on that, I want to.
Yeah, they accepting everybody over there.
What y'all think about? Go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna say, bro. That's. I was just speaking on that in the realm of like, bro, it's just a different level now. I don't know if that's like a go yet. Like if they didn't clear that shit yet. I know he said it, but if they clear that, bro, like anybody that's like gang affiliated, drug, like, bro, that's not the situation niggas want to be in, bro.
Bro, we love our Hispanics.
But
sure.
Prison is different, nigga. But prison is gladiator school, nigga. And like they said, nigga, if you get sent there, nigga, you don't get sent there like, oh, you get sent there, nigga. More than likely, you're not getting out of that bitch, gang. Niggas better be on their shit. That's all I'm saying about that shit, bro. For real.
Nah,
it's tighten up.
Honestly.
all the way.
What you got, man?
It's gonna be interesting these next few years. It's real interesting the next few years, I promise.
You said 2 years?
I said the next few.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
basically Trump term the next 4, if you want to be technical, the next 4.
I want to be technical, yeah.
Okay,
Bro, they saying, they saying this it though, bro. They saying that they're saying whoever the fuck they is, you feel me? That Trump gonna be the last
I
president.
swear, we with all that. Dominican, yeah, we with all that. Puerto Rican. We with all that.
What's your opinion on Trump defunding HBUs?
What, HBCUs?
Yeah. Historical Black Universities, HBUs.
Hey, this the time to come together for real. That's why I be chilling, because for over the past decade, every time some shit happen, you feel me? Every time somebody gets shot by police, every time some crazy law come out, every time, you feel me? Motherfuckers always do a lot of goddamn talking and shit, you feel me? And so I do, again, y'all know the field of work that I'm in, you feel me? So I know a lot of the background shit. So I know a lot of the people that actually is putting in work on like the state level, on the federal level, in the legislature, speaking to the to the lawmakers and shit, you feel me? I know the people that's putting in that work, you know what I'm saying? But then when people just be yapping on the internet and yapping out in the streets and shit, but they're not doing nothing, you feel me? That shit don't move me, you feel me? Because I'm like, yo, you got to do more than just talk, bro. And especially now in the climate that we're in, where everybody got all of this fear and all of this, you know what I'm saying, all the Trump shit, you feel me? It's like, it's time to stop talking about it and to be about it, bro. Like, you really got to come together as community. We really got to start, you feel me, growing food and shit. We really got to start having, you feel me, of how to take care of each other internally in our families, in our communities and shit, you feel me? Guess what?
Hey.
We know that, hold up, this last thing. We know that black people got enough money and shit, you feel me, to fucking support the colleges. We don't need no fucking funding for that and shit, you feel me? It's all about the choices that people make and how serious they are about the shit that they talking about, man.
Hey, the closest I've seen us together is on campus at an HBCU, and when that was our freshman year poet, and Obama won office. That's the closest I've seen niggas together.
Bro, that shit was crazy.
Great.
Nah, it was crazy.
It was crazy, but it was great. That's the closest I've seen niggas together.
How would y'all have felt had y'all had to come out of pocket?
What you mean?
Yeah.
Y'all went to college. Y'all went to a historical black college, and y'all did get some type of, you know what I'm saying, grant money or
financial aid.
Nigga, I lost my financial aid after first semester or after freshman year, nigga. Them next 2 years, that shit came out of my fucking pocket, and then I caught them 5 felonies. Yeah, that is facts. I know what it is. You feel me? I know what it is.
Hey, bro said he caught them 5.
Yeah, he caught. Yeah,
it got crazy.
That's the Bull City, bro.
Yeah, I caught them in G-Boro though.
Yeah, that's the Bull City and you know.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. I mean,
what's your opinion?
With the defunding situation, really, I mean, he doing away. Well, I'm gonna say he trying to do away with a lot of different defunding stuff, because you know he's supposed to be trying to take like Section 8 and stuff. You got Section 8. He's supposed to be trying to do away with, to really try to get people. From what I seen the other day is that people only should be living on Section 8 for so long. It shouldn't be something like they trying to stay on the rest of their life, which is understandable. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that too. Like, you shouldn't want to be on it all, you know, all your life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Really, you want to get out here and try to get where you could buy a house and stuff like that and not just be on Section 8 all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Because you know who paying for it? We paying for it. You know that.
Right. So certain stuff is making sense in the way that he doing. Some stuff is like, dang, but it might be something that he got going on. He might be doing that for now, for better later on or something. You know what I'm saying? We just got to kind of
I
see
was just
and
gonna
hope
say
that it
that.
goes a good way. You know what I'm saying? For
Yeah,
real.
he's doing
Because
certain
he
shit.
doing a
I
lot
got
of
your
stuff
help.
at one time. He just got in office not even, what, like 30 days? He ain't even been in there 30 days. And he done did stuff like he been in there for a year already. You know
Every
what I'm saying?
single day, every single
Hey,
day, you
Exactly.
wake
listen,
You're
up
right.
and
listen.
something new.
It's all on my phone every day. Like Trump this, Trump that. And like I said, some of it, people look at it, might be mad and stuff, but some of it, okay, it's making sense. You know what I'm saying? Certain stuff he trying to do, he trying to make the country richer, trying to make it where we not living like we living. We could be living
Right.
better, but that still comes with you wanting to live better. You know what I'm saying? That still comes with people wanting better for themselves. If you
Yeah.
don't want better for yourself, then it ain't even gonna matter what Trump do. You know what I'm saying? Because you already stuck to where like you live in this way. You know what I mean? You ain't trying to elevate, progress. You know what I mean? Nothing like that. But uh, I feel like as time go on, it could be good. I don't know how good, but it could be bad. If it take the wrong turn, stuff could go bad. Man, look, eggs going up. Everybody talk about how eggs is going up, but how I look at it, okay, you got to feed the chickens, right? Well, that feed went up, right? It's costing you more money to feed them chickens to produce eggs. So now a lot of stuff went up. Eggs and stuff never went up. They just going up now. I mean, even with the Trump situation, they supposed to be trying to get food and stuff back down. I done read up on it. I done heard an interview about it and everything. But they said it's going to take time. In the interview and what I read on it, they tried to get food and stuff back down, but it's going to take time. So it's like
Speaking of
we just got to see
eggs,
what the world going to bring, really.
hey, eggs $5 at Aldi's. If y'all for the listeners, hey, that's the cheapest I seen them. $5 at Aldi's. Go ahead and get them. They still got them on the shelf. Speaking of eggs,
Hey, them eggs going up, they say. For real.
for the dozen too. I know they cost more than that everywhere else. Yeah, you can get right. What else we got?
I got a question for you, good gentlemen. Since this is Artful Chain, let me ask you a question, and anyone can answer. Um, can any of you share a piece of art that has significant impact on your life and why it resonated with you in any shape or form?
A piece of art. I mean, I'll let y'all go.
You know, art is in all forms. You know, a song could be art. You know what I'm saying? Like is there any piece of art that has a significant impact on you and resonated with you, and why?
I mean, my cup, your background, this podcast, like that resonate with me well because it got me to be vocal, and I think people need to hear what I have to say, and everybody know I'm gonna say it. So and so
Everybody know you ain't right, too, but yeah, go ahead.
hey, you ain't scared to talk to me like that?
Not at all. None of that.
Nah, but for real, yeah. So I mean, this is my baby right here now. This is this is this is what I needed actually. So yeah, that's my answer.
Shit.
Poet.
Yeah, for me, um, Yeah, there's a lot of different answers that I could give to this question. The one that I'm choosing in this moment is some songs and to kind of frame it. I remember when I was at the point in my life where I was just on it. You feel me? I ain't got to say much more than that. I was just on it. And so I remember though, like I was listening to like as far as like my musical selection and shit, you feel me? Like I was just listening to all like, gangster music, trap music and shit, you feel me? And I remember it had been like the longest time since I had like listened to like anything outside of that. And one day I ended up just discovering these two different artists and shit, these two women, Alina Baraz and Kuka. I don't know exactly where Alina Baraz is from. I know she be in America and shit, but then I know Kuka is an artist from the UK and shit. And both of them just incredible singers and shit. You feel me? I couldn't pick any one particular song because they got so many, but they're just real singers. Like they're so incredible. They're so like unique. And at that time, it was like when I first heard the songs, it was like they're singing. It resonated in a way to where it was like they were really speaking to me type shit. It was like every time I listen to them songs, every time I hear them words, it's like, bro, y'all are speaking to me type shit and speaking to me in a way to where it's like it gave me new life. You feel me? And it's like that new life that I received ever since then, and getting back into, you know what I'm saying, just my multifaceted bag and shit. It's definitely been it's just definitely been of aid, and I'm grateful for it for sure.
You got any art that resonates Beethoven?
Really, for me, man, which is a blessing sometimes for me to be able to do, is giving knowledge and advice to people, especially in trucking, but even with a lot of other stuff. I want to see people do good. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather see people do good, especially people I know. But if I get close enough to them or cool with them, I want to see people do good, only because when everybody doing good, you can have a better time. You know what I'm saying? We can have a better time with each other, whether it's family, friends, whatever. Just being able to help somebody sometimes, it might not be all for the fame and the glory or whatever. Like sometimes you could genuinely just want to see somebody do good. You give them some knowledge, some wisdom, whatever. And it might help them throughout life. It might not. It depends on how they take it, but it might put a smile on their face or anything. You know what I'm saying? So just being able to be there, even for younger people growing up, for them to be able to watch somebody that's doing pretty good and stuff like that. I did the same thing. So that's what I'm speaking on. Like I was around certain people and paid attention to them and seeing how good they was doing, to want to encourage me to be doing some type of good and not be out here, trying to kill people or nothing like that to live. So
Little friendly competition. Hey, so you think you can talk to anybody? You can converse. You can have a conversation with anybody. That's how you feel?
for the most part, yeah. Yeah, for the
Yeah,
most part, yeah.
I think so. For me too. I think I could talk to anybody, even if you're racist, like even like all that. I can talk to anybody. That's how I feel.
Nigga, me and the homies, we done pulled racist people in the Xbox Live parties and shit to ask them why they talk all that crazy shit, gang. We done had sessions with racists, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Straight up. Straight up. You feel
That
me?
they said sessions.
Bro, on God, bro. Oh God, bro! I swear to God, bro. And the craziest shit is, you feel me? We in there having a heart to heart with old boy. Like,
Yeah.
bro, like, why do you do that shit? Why do you say this shit? You feel me? Why do you act like this? And
Yeah.
he literally goes like, bro, like, honestly, like, I don't really know, bro. I just say this shit. I just call y'all niggas and shit because I know what makes y'all mad. And I'm like, what? Imagine a mindset of a motherfucker that's literally just fucking being racist because he knows that it makes us mad and ain't even got no real
That's
reason to be
crazy.
racist, gang. That's why I be having pity. That's why I be having pity. I don't fear none of these motherfuckers, bro. I be having pity on them, bro. For real.
Yeah, that's
really,
crazy work.
I ain't really had no racist situation. For real. Like
That you
I
know
might have seen, you know, a person that I might have felt like was, but full blown knowing like, and they, you know, showing you like, yeah, I'm racist type thing. Like I ain't really dealt with, you know, too much of that. So I mean, I would talk to him, like Poet said, like just to figure out like what's the problem, what's the
of.
issue, like why don't you want to, you know, be together, or why wouldn't you be together, or whatever, or like what did somebody do to you for you to be acting this way or be this way? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, we done mobilized in Durham to shut down KKK rallies. I'm talking about pop-up KKK rallies. I'm talking about KKK thought they was gonna pop up and do a rally, and we popped up and shut that shit down, nigga. I'm talking about 100 deep community, bro. Like, I dealt with so many racist situations and shit. Listen, that's like, bro, it's crazy.
So they thought they was gonna pop up.
Yeah. Oh God, bro. This is a few years ago too. You feel me? Like, it's crazy, bro. Not even to mention, like, bro. Speaking on that, like, that's part of my whole. It'd be crazy, like the situation that I'm in and a lot of the work that I do, because like my whole life, I'm talking about since a very young, like in school, like kindergarten and shit. You feel me? I always had problems with white women. All my white teacher, like it was a couple of them once I got to like the other school, once I switched and shit, that was cool. But like all my white teachers and shit, you feel me? Women always fucking like just got me in trouble and shit, calling my parents for no reason and shit. You feel me? Just like all types of weird ass shit, you feel me, that I experienced ever since 4 or 5, 6 years old and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? Like that shit had me.
That drove you to what you're doing now, which is pretty much your activist. So that drove you to what you're doing exactly right now. But some people would give up after that, but you used it as fuel.
Well, the shit was I had to. That was trauma that I had to deal with, type shit. You feel me? Hell no. I mean, not saying it like that. I'm responding to that comment.
You're talking about Brooke?
Yeah,
who is
hell.
Brooke?
But she ain't no matter. She watching. She answered the question. Hell no. I'm talking about work related shit mostly. You feel me? No, I ain't talking about like goddamn. But anyway, nah. But yeah, you feel me? So like cause on some G shit, you feel me? Like.
Crazy.
Nah, but Pete though, on some G shit though, like especially in the working shit, like and even think about like facts like in the civil rights movement and shit, you feel me? A lot of the funders and shit, you feel me, of the civil rights movement were white people. You did?
Yeah.
So even now, like having relationships, you feel me, and like being able to communicate and you know what I'm saying with white people, you feel me, can be essential, you feel me, in certain situations. So like I had to goddamn deal with that shit even just to be able to understand, like, nah, my experience is still valid and shit. And it is a lot of, you feel me, people out there that are still racist and that act like that and shit. But there are a good majority of folks who aren't and who do actually understand and who do that far to say, you feel me, do actually care for you, you feel me, to whatever extent it is that they care for you, even if it is just genuinely as another human being. You dig? And so that's all I'm saying about that.
If I heard that correctly, you would argue that there's more white people that support black people or the black community than not. Is that what you're saying?
No.
From my personal experience,
no, because Trump
I think it's far disproportionate. And from my experience, I feel like I ran into a lot of my white counterparts who, you know, wasn't so nice. And I got a handful that are awesome. So, you know what I'm saying? But I haven't, the handful is a handful.
So
I
what
don't,
percentage?
I'm 34 years old and I can only see a handful of that I can tell you that I've had great encounters with.
Yeah, you 34. Oh shit, you old.
Yeah, that'd be 35 Monday. It says, to be honest, in my opinion, keyword my opinion, it's almost like white women think dating black men is a fetish and something, if you know what I mean. So she basically saying it's like a fetish, and they like to sleep with black men, not so much care about the struggles of a
Hey,
being.
I ain't mad at it. Hey, both parties take advantage of the situation. That's it.
Well,
The hell?
well, but
The hell?
I mean, you can leave it at face value, or you can go as deep as you want with it and shit. You feel me? Like, yes, she right. You feel me? As far as you know what I'm saying, some of them or a lot of them, if you want to say. And also it's an agenda behind it as well, as far as I'll just say, you know, the whole the multiracial thing, you feel me? The mixing and shit, you feel me? I don't think it's far-fetched to say, and I don't think that anybody would disagree that, you know, us and them, we cut from different shit. I'm gonna just say it like that. You feel me? We not made up of the exact same shit. You feel me? And so by that mixture, it enables them to get a piece.
Also,
If
hey,
you understand what I'm saying. And so,
and hey, we get our get back though. If their papa was racist, and you know, and he talk about niggas all the time, and that's our get back too. So it goes both ways, because she going to see what this BBC like, and I want to piss Papa off. So we both win.
you gotta be careful with that though, because we grown now. It's different when you kids, but goddamn,
That's what I'm saying. But yeah,
it's different. It's different when you young, but when you grown, you gotta, and you know better. You feel me? Your sexual energy is your spiritual energy and shit. You feel me? And like I said,
agree.
if you a nigga that know you got the juice, you cannot let everybody get a sip.
Hey, yeah.
You cannot let everybody get a sip. Goddamn, you feel me? And especially if you don't do spiritual work, you feel me? You got a lot of demons that's swimming around with you and shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Straight up and shit. You feel me? Like, bro, that shit is not a game, bro.
I agree with that 100%.
We got a comment from Brooke. She says, and then again, some white women think it's acceptable for them to act a certain way or behave a certain way when they are dating black men.
I'm 100% with her with that though. I feel on that. I mean, they do act like that, or they can act like that. Let me say that they can act like that. I ain't gonna say all of them do, because some of them I done seen still act the same way. But you got some of them that change, and you know they try to be like they man. You know what I'm saying? But it might be that once you get around somebody and you're dealing with somebody long enough, you eventually possibly can act like that person or have some kind of ways of, you know, your significant other. So
they can say
it's understandable. I ain't say all that. But what I'm saying is
like your partner.
Hey, what I'm saying is they can act a certain way. Now, we ain't gonna say what happened behind closed doors when they talking to the black man and they get pissed off, and then she might be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That might be different, but we don't know that. We ain't gonna know that. You know what I'm saying? Unless it was one of our homeboys or something, we ain't gonna know. You know what I mean? But outside of that, once you got to understand, they date a black person, they around their family. Eventually, if she spend more time with the black man, his family, and her family, she's gonna become part of the black community. You know what I'm saying? When she get around her family, they're gonna be trying to figure out what happened.
She's gonna be a product of her environment. That's
You know
what
what I'm
she's saying.
saying?
So she can say nigga.
Basically.
So all right, so you gave me
Hell no. I
There you go.
don't know
You see
what
how
part
I
of the
got it out of them?
conversation.
There you
I don't know what part of the conversation I missed, but she gonna say that
We
shit
never
gets
said that.
smacked right in
That's
her
what I'm
goddamn
saying.
mouth. I don't know what part of the conversation I missed. I don't give a fuck what the circumstances is. She gonna say that word and get smacked in her goddamn mouth. I'm not playing them
Well,
type of
the
games.
part you missed is
I
if
don't
she with a
condone
black
hitting
man.
women.
If she with a black man and she's like
Don't condone
around
hitting
the
women.
black people more.
Hey, brothers, you better not bring her around me because I'm gonna smack her in the goddamn mouth.
Listen, it's unacceptable. I've dated black men all my
Nah,
life,
no cap.
but I don't need to act a certain way for my man to like me. I
I don't
act
put
like
my hands
me.
on women.
That's right.
I know that's right.
I hear you, Brooke. All right.
Respect.
She says she don't change.
I mean, hey, I clearly say that. Some of them do and some of them don't. I done seen white women and men act black. You know what I'm saying?
I got a
Yeah.
question.
I done seen it.
All right, I'm listening.
What's acting black?
Hey, don't. Hey,
Hey,
I'm
hey.
glad you went there. No. Let me speak first. Let me speak on it first. I'm gonna be short. I'm gonna be short.
That
I'm
was
gonna
a
be
good
short.
question. That's a
I'm
good
gonna be
question.
short. And I ain't coming at you, mister. I'm gonna speak though and shit. You feel me? Hey, yeah, I'm speaking to the world. Hey, niggas, y'all stop playing. You feel me?
Hey,
Stop playing and stop being
everybody,
funny about that shit. Hold up,
hold poet. Everybody ain't niggas now, poet. Hold on.
That's why I'm speaking directly to. That's why I'm speaking directly to. You feel me? To clarify, you dig? Yeah. Don't like stop playing about this. You feel me? You know what the fuck black people shit is. You know what I'm saying?
About it in court line.
I'm not about to like you know what black people shit is. Goddamn, you know what it is. We all know what it is. So let's stop playing about it. And yeah, you did, and it ain't nothing to be embarrassed about or to be ashamed about. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be proud. You gotta own it. Cause guess what? Everybody else want to be us. Everybody else still stealing our shit, just like they have been. You feel me? For centuries. It's about time we start owning this shit. You feel me? That's also a part of the fucking technology and the programming, and the way that they got us hating ourselves and shit. You feel me?
Yep.
I got a comment, poet. What is your philosophy for someone who says that everybody derives from Africa, so everybody is in essence African? So how is they acting different, or are they acting like what their true roots is?
So here's the thing. I don't know exactly where you want me to go there with it, but I can go as deep as you want to.
Go all the way, nigga.
But I'm gonna start here though. Thank you. It is something about that melanin skin. But look, so ask the question again. I want clarity.
What is your philosophy of someone who would argue that everyone in whole derives from Africa?
Okay, well, this is the thing. When you really do I'm gonna say this first. When you really do the studying, I'm gonna just say that when you really do your studying, which is like science, biology, and shit, but then also like spiritual studying to go along with it. You feel me? I'll just say in this moment that you'll learn exactly to the specificity of how important that type of ancestral DNA matters. You dig? So now what I want to say is the study that I've done about myself leads to two things. One, there was an anomaly that was found in my mother's blood at one point, and they thought that it was cancer or all other types of shit. You feel me? They kept running all these tests, and then when they had brought her back in one of the final meetings, they was like, "Oh, what we thought was fucking this or that is actually just an anomaly in your blood, in your lineage that traces you all the way back to the Mediterranean area." You dig? And so when I did the fucking tracing on that, basically what that links is to the area of the world where when the royalty and when the people got pushed out of fucking Egypt and shit, you feel me? They got pushed into that Mediterranean area and shit. So I do have lineage that links me, I already know, back to Africa through my mother's lineage. You dig? But then also there's in my mother line, there's also lineage that links me directly to the Americas, as to the indigenous people of the Americas, because as we know, it's not just the native, the red man that was indigenous here. There were indigenous black and copper colored people here. There were indigenous Africanoid men here in the Americas as well. And we know that, you feel me, from history now. And so,
Hey, yeah, I continue.
yeah. And so, now with the climate that we're currently in and everything that's going on here, it's definitely more important. And yeah, I'll just say that it's more important for me to pay attention to the lineage that links me to these lands than it does to the lineage that's linking me to the lands in Africa. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up half the shit you just said because I gotta learn some shit.
But I heard you say that the men that were copper colored here with Africanoid, wouldn't that still derive from Africa? How didn't they still travel? Didn't they do traveling? Or a philosopher would say that they traveled the globe.
But this what you have to remember.
Originally, the first oldest bones resonated in Africa.
But this is what you have to remember. Before the white man that named the continent Africa called it Africa, it was called something else. And then even prior to that, even to go back before some of the other shit, but Pangea, we have to remember that Pangea was a thing. You Absolutely. Feel me? You dig? And so when Pangea split, there were people on all of the land masses that split from Pangea. So technically, like, do you understand what I'm like? A little bit more of what I'm saying now. My DNA that connects me to the quote unquote continent of Africa, you dig? Like, it's not necessarily so important to me in this current climate and in this time period and on this timeline that we're currently on. You dig? And so saying that to say that, yes, you are also right. Once it came to that point in history, yes, there were still Atlantis. There were, we have the history of black people and colored people sailing all across the world and traveling. You feel me?
So somebody answered a good question about that.
It says, let me ask you something. Now, my ex was West Indies, Jamaican, and Trinidad. She said he didn't consider herself to be black. What is your thoughts on that?
Black is an American term. Black is an American term. Black is a term that was created, but so race was created.
Yeah,
race is a new thing.
Now you get into where I was going with it.
Race and racism is a new thing. You feel me? And I could find the specifics, but I don't feel like doing all that right now. But
what you just said
wait,
was
hold on.
where I was getting to, though.
Yeah,
That's where I was getting to. This one race.
When race was created, literally, white people they created the word white. They put themselves at the top. They created the word black and put black at the bottom, and they literally put everything else in between. There's literally documentation right now, like the people from Latin America, when they moved into America, they took the name Mexican because they didn't want to be called black, even though technically they black people. They took the name Mexican because we were slaves and we were being treated like shit in America. So they said, oh, hell no, we can't be called that. No, we're Mexican. That's what we are here in this land. Facts. You can look it up and shit. You feel me? And also, black in the law dictionary means dead in law. So that's why the Moors be so heavy on that shit. And they be telling, nah, we're not black. And you hear a lot of people say, nah, I don't call myself black, because technically in the law dictionary, and when you use that shit in court and in documentation, and you feel me, you're basically like giving up your rights and shit. You feel me? It's deep. It's a lot of shit. You feel me? And so, and other people from outside of America, you feel me, and who have that experience and those connections, they definitely already on top of it. And that's more so why that's some of the shit that created a lot of divides, because black people, black Americans always felt like because Dominicans and Jamaicans and people from Trinidad and all of these other people that look like us, because they do that, because they say, oh no, I'm not black. They feel like because they say that they're disrespecting us or that they're speaking against us and shit, you feel me? But it's because no, black is a new term. Nobody called themselves black. The word black didn't exist in antiquity and shit, you feel me? The way that it
was African American.
Yeah, you feel me? But I'm saying in antiquity, like that before North, you know what I'm saying? This shit existed at all.
It wasn't based on color.
Yeah,
it was on your tribe.
Mm-hmm. And other things, but yeah, bro, that the race is a construct. You dig? And it's
so being that base is a construct, what is acting black?
The people who was in line with you at the courthouse.
My term for the acting black situation was that everybody know white folks act different from us. Most white folks is uppity. You know what I'm saying? Black folks is kind of humble. Besides the ones that's out here being destructive and shit, you know. Black people are humble. White folks is, you know, they feel like we're a little beneath them. But once a white person, daughter or son or whatever, hangs around enough black people, they might start feeling like, well, why my mom and dad don't like black people? They cool with me. I'm cool with, like, it's not a problem for me. They vibing with us. They having fun. You know, they enjoying themselves just like they would be with they folks.
Hey, check it. This what Mr. want me to say. This what he want to get at and shit.
This their podcast today, Mister.
Check. Look, Pete. It's
really him and Mister though.
Look, this what Mr. want me to say is that typically what they call acting black or blacktivities and shit, you feel me, is a label that they're putting on reactions or circumstances that every other race actively participates in on a daily basis on the same level. But for some reason, just like everything else, they make it a point to emphasize black people for some reason and shit. You feel me? Because even as you were saying what you were saying, Zay, I didn't want to cut you off when you were saying it, but I was immediately thinking like, hold up, bro, these motherfuckers stormed the Capitol. White people stormed the fucking Capitol, my nigga. We wouldn't never do it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, we would turn up, but gang, they did it. Like, they wasn't talking about it. They activated and did that shit for real. Like,
but look, the difference came in. They did it, and what happened?
Yeah, they guys got locked up too. Yeah,
Oh,
they got locked up eventually.
I mean, yeah. But listen though, they did it. What you said? Eventually, some of them got locked up or whatever the case. So let that have been a full group of all black people.
We'd have been dead on
that
sight.
did
We'd have
it.
been dead on the Capitol.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. They would have had the security guards would have been out there shooting with weapons. You know, all time. It would have been way different.
And
versus they didn't do that with the white folks. Now, what if it was a mixture of white and black that stormed the Capitol? What you think would have happened then?
Well, they're killing the niggas. That's what you said.
No,
if it was half white and half black, and they came together, and then they decided to do it, you know, going in doing the White House thing. What do you think would have happened then? Like, how would it turned out? Do you think it would have went if it was all black folks, or if it was all white folks? What you think would have happened if it would have been a mixture of races charging the White House?
Y'all want my answer?
I think. Go ahead and be you.
Hey, niggas would have been dying. That's what I feel like. Hey, it would have been a niggas dying, and even some white people might have died, but it's gonna be a higher death toll of niggas dying. So if it was mixed, and yeah, that's my answer.
Okay, so before I give you my answer, you were speaking, and then he topped me off, and Poet hit it on the head, and I just want to just put a little icing on his cake, you know what I mean? Because he done made it so good and so sweet. I will go even further and say that it's not that we're acting quote unquote black, but we're mimicking behaviors that we've seen from the savage behaviors of people that treated us a certain way when we was in captivity. They made us fight each other, and they would pay each other and bet on us, and we would have to fight to death. Like it's a lot of trained behavior of why we are the way we are. And I feel like, because you got to understand, if you know who you come from, you know you come from the Moors. So we were very eloquent people. We were civilized people. The Moors taught other people. They taught the Europeans. And then the Europeans was over there being savages and killing each other, if you really know the history. So is it that we're acting black, or is it that we're acting and cheating the traits of the savages that we've seen from the earlier savages from the European culture?
Hey, gang, don't forget about like times when they made slaves fucking whip each other and shit.
Exactly.
Don't forget about when they
house nigga in a field nigga. They made us psychologically because of the disproportion and the disadvantage of the one that was in the house and the advantages that we seen him getting. That course made us envy the one that were light skinned. And so now you see dark skin and light skin competitive and always at war because of the brainwashing that was taught at that earlier age. Just like you said.
Hey, gang. But see, now to go back to the hate shit. Now, what I'm about to say, this be the type of shit that piss me off when I find out shit like this. You feel me? You know,
like Django.
Hold on. Like Fannie Lou Hamer. Fannie Lou Hamer, when she got locked up, when she was locked up in jail for them 48 hours, gang, they gave batons to two black men. And the two black men beat Fannie Lou Hamer in that fucking jail for 2 days straight. Absolutely. It wasn't a white man that beat her. It was two niggas that beat her. That be the type of shit that make me hate niggas, and I hate to say it like that. You feel me? But that be the type of shit that would make me, you feel me, that push me to that level. Because I'd be like, bro, how I like.
That's called Uncle Tom. That's where they get that term from. You know what the term is? The term is called aquaphobia. Aquaphobia is a hate for your own existence to the point that you will put on the skin and the identity of your father's enemy in order to appeal to them over your father. Misanthropy and aquaphobia. Look those two words up tonight, y'all. I'm gonna taught y'all something.
What is it called? Hold up.
misanthropy, and aquaphobia.
All right. Right. I do a deep dive on that.
Your own identity of your own self, like a black person, or excuse me, you said don't be black, an African American disliking himself being African American, so he wants to go partake with people who do not look like him, and then look down on someone who does.
That's just like Michael Jackson. He changed his skin. Why?
Did Michael Jackson change his skin, or did Michael Jackson have a skin disorder?
Vitiligo.
Because there's medical documents that he had a skin disorder. So
yes, vitiligo. Yeah.
Did he bleach his skin, or did he have a skin disorder?
I think,
or a little bit of both, or because he had the skin.
I would say a little bit of both.
Yeah,
that's what I was.
I would say a little. I would say a little bit of both, only because
it's gonna be all.
Only because he did say that he wanted to be white. He didn't want to be black. I would say it's a little bit of both.
Do you think that's brainwashed too? Do you think that certain African Americans feel that because it is taught that white is superior, that they have to appeal to their white counterparts in order to feel like they're at a pinnacle of success?
Yeah.
No, I don't think.
I think that's why I'm glad I got into the position I am in now, so I can teach black people that nigga, you can do the same shit these white people doing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I do think that, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Black people feel like they can't do stuff that white folks doing, but they can. The only thing is willing to learn the knowledge and put in the time and effort and work, just like the white people do. Some of the white people is fortunate enough to have it passed down to them from a generation that was ahead of them. Us black folks don't have the people in that place to pass a lot of stuff down to us because of the slavery and everything that we're talking about. So therefore, the white folks was already owning slaves, us black folks, owning, slave houses and, all these other facilities, different things. So therefore, it was easy for their kids to watch them as they was little, see where their parents or, grandparents or whatever was doing and what kind of place they was at, and knowing that they have authority. Oh, they're above these folks or any type of thing like that, to where when they came, they did the same thing because that's what they seen. That's what they knew. They knew to always be above us, to be set in certain positions and learning certain things. To where the problem with black folks is, I'm just saying, I'm not like this, even though I'm about to put it like this. But this is the black folks. I don't want to see Mr. Dude better than me because they might put him over me. So I'm gonna try to do this or that for him not to be above me.
That comes from what I said earlier, right before you got on the podcast. Yeah.
Do you understand that that's a trauma bond? Do you understand that we are psychologically, because there was slaves that were beating you because the master treated him good and he was a favorite to the master? You know what I mean? Because he was beating you and because he would listen to the master and beat his own brother is why not you, but why some of us now have a trauma bond to where we can't take authority from another black person in power. We rather have some white man tell us what to do over a black man. I see it all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, let me ask you a question. Being that this is a podcast that is full of African American men, we do want us a female co-host, and I do want a female co-host of another ethnicity just to give us some diversity on the program. So we searching. So anybody who is interested, get in our inboxes. I don't care who you do. You know what I mean? Chop it up. But back to what I'm saying, I'm gonna ask you all.
I got a female co-host we could get.
Okay.
We'll talk after.
All right, bet. Let me ask all you gentlemen, and I want everyone to go and answer. You can pick and choose who want to go first. But as a black man that grew up in America, do you feel that you, at any point in your life, was at a disadvantage to your white counterparts?
Yes.
For sure.
Can either one of you brothers elaborate? You, poet?
Yeah.
What?
For me, I'm gonna go ahead and go.
Yeah,
Listen,
go ahead.
growing up, I had to be maybe like 6, 7 years old. I had a white neighbor. In the neighborhood where we was, it wasn't really no black folks that I remember like that. So our neighbors was white. Well, me and the neighbor's son was real cool. You know what I'm saying? We got along good. We was at a situation where, you know, I considered him my friend. He considered me his friend. You know, growing up, us black folks' parents tell you, don't go in them folks' house. Don't be going in nobody's house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your parents wouldn't even let people come in their house.
Yeah.
Like, no, y'all gonna stay outside type thing. Well, I used to go at my white friend's house. Mom used to make sure we ate, you know, all type of stuff. So at some point, not saying that like my mom, now she used to be a stay-at-home mom. She did her thing. She took care of me and my brother. She didn't have to worry about nothing. My stepdad, you know, he took care at that time stuff with peaches and cream. Everything was good. I had just as much a good life at home as he did, but it seemed like he had more stuff than me as a kid.
Yes.
So therefore, that's what made me feel that type of way. Like, only because he had more stuff. I had a good life. I was living good being his neighbor. Like, I had stuff. He came to play with some of my stuff sometimes, whatever, but he just had more than me. So then it made me like, well, dang, I wish I had XYZ, or my people could give me XYZ. You know what I'm saying? But that just came from like growing up and seeing that, to where now, like being older, even teenager, I still had white friends, right?
Of course.
Now at this point, I'm a teenager, you know, high school, whatever. I still had white friends then. I might not have been really going to their house like that, but I still had white friends that, you know, we was cool or whatever. And they might have had a little more than me. Like, they had that car, they was driving to school already when I was still catching the bus. You know what I'm saying? They pulling up at school and, you know, F-150, 250, all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm still riding the bus wondering like, dang, when I'm gonna get me a car. You know what I'm saying? So for me, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
With me, like I experienced this recently, actually, and I'm still going through it right now, actually, because like the type of neighborhood I moved in, which is not a black neighborhood, and I bought the main corner lot right there. So it's like, when we first got here, there was people throwing trash in my yard, like, you know, like I had to walk to a nigga house. And I don't fucking play about my kids. I had to walk to, because my kids are mixed. I had to walk to a nigga house 3 doors down. Because his kids were trying to bully my girls. And I got to try. So they going to whoop ass. So we don't play that. Like, nigga, it's one of you, it's 2 of y'all, they dragging you. No matter what. They going to drag you. Like, I taught them that. Like, and that nigga, I walked to his house in my socks. I walked because I was pissed the fuck off. and nigga in my socks, nigga, and I had to show him, like, I respectfully cussed his ass out the white way. So we talk about black people shit. I cussed his ass out the white way, but it shows like they didn't expect me to be able to get this house.
Right.
That's the thing. They didn't expect that. So they're like, yo, it's the corner lot, like all that, the pool right there, like everything. And they're like, yo, how did he get that? Pretty much.
Right.
So and I instill that in my kids, and my girls and my son, which that is crazy. But and then it's still like that, bro. It's like I get looks, and nigga, I got a pit bull. And I got a mini pit bull, which is my Frenchie. She right here looking at me. So, like, you know, it's all the stereotypes they're throwing at me right now. All that shit, bro.
Yeah.
All that shit.
You're the minority man in the Moody neighborhood. You got a house full of kids. You got a pit bull. Yeah.
And then, like, yo, I just kill him with success. I smile every day. Look, I'm gone. I smile every day. Nigga, I kill him with success. That's all you could do. Because you don't want to stoop down to that level. Because the people who is treating me like that, they're on a lower level than me. And I ain't stooping down. I'm only moving up. That's it.
I love that. Kill them with positivity. It says that racism is a generational thing. It's something that is taught, and that's why it's still a problem today. What's your opinion on that? And Poet, you got a rebuttal on the disproportion growing up with your white counterparts? Before we pick on that topic.
I mean, I ain't really got to say too much for real. Like, everybody know that, especially growing up in the 90s, early 2000s, and I mean, even still today, as a black man, you cannot do the same. You literally, in a lot of instances, you can't do the exact same thing that a white man does. Period. Name something.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, it's just certain shit. It'd be just like, just you doing it? Hell no. It's a no-go. You feel me? Or there's something that's gonna be wrong with this shit. You feel me? Like,
I feel that.
even just from the, like, again, taking it to some work shit, you feel me? From the circumstances of, like, me having seen with my own eyes the data of, like, white people and black people or Hispanic people or Indian people getting the exact same motherfucking charges, but white people getting off the hook and shit.
Less time.
Not even less time. White people getting straight up off the hook.
Yeah.
And everybody else having to goddamn do some shit. You feel me? Like, that shit is insane.
Well, you know, it's a thing that they say that they're gonna make an example out of us. You know, we go in there to court and we done shot at somebody or whatever, broke in somebody's house, whatever. Some people even smoke a little weed. Oh, when you get in front of that judge, they try to make an example out of you in front of everybody that's in the courtroom.
Think about talking to the cops, and we can end the conversation there. Black people cannot now. Even that's what's crazy. Even if you know your laws and know your rights and know exactly what the fuck you talk about, you cannot talk to the fucking police the way the white people can talk to the fucking police. No matter whether the police is white or black, ain't that a bitch?
I have never even thought to talk to an officer in any other manner than other respect and giving him the utmost, you know what I'm saying?
You know what? Because you know what the fuck is gonna happen, not what might happen or what potentially. You know what the fuck is gonna happen if you fucking, you feel me? As a black man, yeah.
I stand about 5'11", you know what I mean? So the only time you bigger than me is if you 6 foot something. You know, I got broad shoulders. I'm about 190 pounds, almost 200 pounds. So when they see me now, I have these dreads. So when they see me, you know, I can already see the fear of the stigma of what men that look like me, you know what I'm saying? But that stigma that you have for men that look like me. So I already know how, when I can look into your eyes, I already know how you coming. You know what I'm saying? So like I have to condition myself to conduct myself a certain way. And when you grow up as a black man or a black boy, at a point in your life where you're going to have a conversation with another black man who's going to tell you that you have to conduct yourself a certain way that your white friend may not be able to. He can do this, but you cannot. And that's a conversation that is had at home when we small. You know what I mean? That just because your white friend can do it at his house don't mean that you can do it. Just because your white friend can go to school and do that shit and cut up in class don't mean you can do it. He was sitting right beside you, y'all both playing, but you the only one got in trouble. You know what I mean?
Right.
Man, I had to read that, Mr.
It says, do you think racism goes both ways? Because the white father telling his daughter stay away from these black men is like black mothers saying stay away from them white girls.
I'm gonna let y'all speak on it. I'm gonna let y'all speak on it, but I just want to immediately say no, it's not, because even just to how some of the things that I explained earlier when I broke down the race thing and how race was created. Race was a creation, and race was created by Caucasoids, by the people who titled themselves white men, and they put black people at the bottom specifically. Race was created as a hierarchy to suppress black people and melanated people and people of color. So if you're using the word racism, no, racism does not work both ways. It doesn't work like that by definition and by the creation of it. Racism is white people oppressing people of color. So what you can try to use another word to try to
like prejudice.
You could potentially try to use another word to try to ask that question, but using that verbiage, the answer is a complete no.
Right,
I think where he was. My bad. B, you go ahead, brother.
My thing is, I like who I like. If I fell in love with a white woman, like, it is what it is. I mean, all my kids are mixed, so I like Spanish. I like what I like, so none of that has to do. I don't give a fuck. Mama told me, "Oh, don't get no white woman." I don't give a fuck about none of that, because I'm grown as fuck. What the fuck? Either you like it or you're gonna love it.
Right, but I don't think it was more focused on what Mama said. It was more focused on, do you think that racism goes both ways? That's his question.
Yes, but
no. It's not racism, because just like I just said, it's certain things that we know are factual. If black people do certain things are going to happen given this society and this climate. It's not racism telling our young black sons and telling our young black daughters, hey, you feel me? You need to be careful. You need to be on your P's and Q's, like all of the same shit that our parents told us when we were young and shit. Yeah. You feel me? The shit that kept us and kept us alive till today. You feel me? It's not racism keeping our children safe because we know what's out there.
Well, he was saying racism based on a black mother not wanting her son to date white women. He asking, is that the same prejudice? Does that prejudice go both ways?
Yes.
Thank you. That's what he's asking. What about you? Yes.
I done heard it like that before. I done heard black people not wanting their son or daughter talking to white people.
Do you think that's reverse racism?
I mean, you could say that. I mean, I understand what Paul is saying with the racism word, but as far as the question and how it's presented, then yeah. I mean, if a black person doesn't want their son or daughter talking to a white person, then it's like, in today's society, they're gonna say, "Oh, they racist. They don't like white people." That's the word they're gonna use.
I don't agree with that though. Personally, I'm just saying.
But I'm saying
even to switch the word, It's a no. It's a no for me because white people never had no legitimate reason to tell their children don't date or don't be with a black person. Black people, we do have a legitimate reason to tell our children don't date a fucking white person.
This nigga making some sense. Hold up.
Again, going back to the facts of what we know will happen.
What's the legitimate reason?
I just said it. Going to the facts of what we know will happen. Certain things, it isn't a potential of what might happen or what may happen. You know that involving yourself with a white person in that particular way. First of all, you already know the type of scrutiny and all of the shit that you're gonna have to deal with. Not that, some people can deal with it, some people don't give a fuck. Whatever, that is what it is. But again, it goes to some spiritual shit, and I ain't about to get into all of that shit right now. We might get into some of it in the back room, but it just is what it is. You feel me? I'm not like BU. You feel me? That's where the different Williams lineage come in. You feel me? Because that's the shit. Hold up. But listen, but this the shit. I'm about to tell you what it means. And this the shit. This the shit. None of my grandparents, mother, sister, ain't nobody never told me not to date no white woman, or that I couldn't be with a white woman. But I know, and like I said previously on the podcast, I got two younger cousins in my family, you feel me, who are with white people, you feel me, and it's okay for them. They younger, they come from a different generation and shit, you feel me. I cannot bring no white woman to my mother's house. I cannot bring no white woman to my grandmother's house. Like I said last time, I'm the oldest grandson on both sides of my family now. I like it's different. You feel me? I can't. You did it's. I got different spiritual shit, and my contract is probably different than a lot of other people's. You feel me? Some people it's in their spiritual contract. You feel me too? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But that ain't for me. I know that in my spirit.
I fully understand what Paul is saying with the situation. It's like you bring a white woman to your grandma's house. Well, your grandma's still living, and she was part of that slavery situation.
Yeah.
She not trying to see no white woman come through her door when she know what they did to her back in the day, or to her parents, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
But I just told them on the last one that my grandma remembers her father coming home from indentured servitude from the farms. My grandma remembers that.
That's fully understandable on that aspect. Now, what I feel about it, I think about, I don't think it's a problem with nobody talking to different races or whatever.
Yeah, they each his own.
Because it's no such thing as, if that was the case, then a lot of kids would be looked at all type of different ways, because you got black on white, you got black and Mexican, you got, like she said earlier, she was Puerto Rican, Dominican. Like, it's so many different people that just connected with different people. So if you have a kid with a Puerto Rican, now your baby is black and Puerto Rican, well, African American and Puerto Rican. But then when they grow up, they have a white, girlfriend or boyfriend, and have a baby with them. You see what I'm saying? So then it's still going, you know what I mean? And at that point, now you really got all type of races in your family. Believe it or not, black people have white family members, or some kin to them in some shape, form, or fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Most of us.
So it's only that,
black is dominant. That's what it is.
It's a situation that, yeah, poet right, you know what I mean, with what he's saying, but how the world goes and works, even back then when it was only white or black people here, eventually what happened? Because back to what Mr. was saying, when you got the slave house and you had the good black house nigga, well, normally when you see all these movies and stuff that go on now, the good black house nigga was talking to what? The person's daughter, which was the white man, which was the owner of everybody. But the daughter had a thing for the black house nigga. You know what I'm saying? And what happens? They sneak and mess around with each other. Because why? It wasn't a whole lot of white people around her to choose from. It was a lot of black people to choose from, but she's not choosing from the black people out in the field because she know what kind of people they are. Like she know they're slaves. She know they're really not worth nothing. This house nigga can be something because why? He's learning from the master. He's
No.
following the master's footsteps.
I
So
love the way you
therefore,
put that.
he can be a dominant person to her,
Huh.
like her dad is. So therefore, that's what happens. And now you got a white and a black kid that is presented to the world. Now, yeah, the white person might not like it. The master or his wife might not like that their daughter was messing with the house nigga. But what happens in the movie? The daughter messes with the house nigga and they don't like it. But what happened?
Hey, I'm that baby pappy. We all seen Life. I'm that baby pappy.
So,
hey, so
like that's the thing for me on that.
to piggyback off that, Brooke was like, would you date a woman whose parents are racist? And I would say yes, because my kids are mixed, and her dad was racist. And you know the karma that he got all black grandkids. So yeah, just to answer your question, yeah.
What about you? They told would you date a girl if her mother was racist, parents was racist?
Um, for me, it probably would depend on how deep they are with the racism, because that's gonna mean something. Now, mind you, uh, how they feeling and whatever really not gonna bother me. I'm not gonna really give a damn. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want her to be put in a situation where it's like she can't even be around her own people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like I don't want it to be that type of, because then at this point it's gonna be awkward that we only spend time with my folks. We have a kid or something, they only gonna know my folks. They not gonna know nothing about your folks or any of their other family members on that side.
Right.
Because if I know they that deep on the racism, then my kid not going around them. You know what I'm saying? We're not even, we're not even doing none of that. But people can feel a type of way, and long as they are comfortable with just seeing they kid, whether it's man or woman, happy, and they going to be there for them regardless if they like it or not, then that's different.
Right. Right.
I agree with that 100%.
I agree with that. Got any message for that poet?
Not really. I
Mhm.
can't. That was more so a question for them. Obviously, there ain't no point in me answering the question because I ain't talking about nobody else. I don't care about what the fuck
All
nobody
right,
else
so
do.
poet, I got a question for you because I know you're gonna answer this one. What does unapologetically black mean to you?
Unapologetically black.
What does that mean to you?
Shit. Well, that's in general, it's about how you carry yourself and your energy. You feel me? And it's about your confidence and your resilience, your integrity, and elements of just that you not giving a fuck, you know what I'm saying, what nobody say about you, what nobody think about you, and knowing your worth and your value, and always honoring yourself, for real, like in everything, quote unquote, you know what I'm saying, black, like I said, all of the shit that, again, like I said, all of the shit that they make fun of or that they try to call ghetto or that they try to demonize, but then on the other end, like they trying to copy, you know what I'm saying, and they call that shit, they give that shit a different name. You dig? Like unapologetically who we are, and yeah, and that's what it is.
What about you, Mister?
Unapologetically black. I think unapologetically black means that I'm comfortable within my own skin and who I identify as I am. Very simple.
I like that.
What about you, BU?
Unapologetic. Hey, that means be you. That's it. Just be you. Be happy with being who the fuck you are. That's it. It's really simple. I think people make a lot of things harder than what it is.
Right.
Like we all do. Sometimes I do. We make shit a lot harder than when we could just keep it simple. Sometimes it's even better to keep it simple.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Let me ask this. Kind of stemming off the unapologetically black thing. I have so it's not that I have a term. I mean, it's not that I have a problem with the term black excellence.
Yeah.
But I have a problem with that the majority of the time, and I kind of feel like how this shit really kind of like started even, and what like the trend even was and shit, you feel me? But it was like they was always calling black excellence and shit, you feel me? Like when you see a man like dressed up in a suit and shit, you feel me? Suit, your jacket, your slacks, got your tie on, your hard bottoms and shit, goddamn, you feel me?
Yeah.
And it's like that's black excellence and shit. And I'm like, that shit just always irked me and shit, you feel me? Because I'm like, we're it's like we're doing that shit again, you feel me? Where we're creating the separation and shit, you feel me? That like you know what I'm saying? It's like we're trying to say something, but then it's like, for me, what that shit stems back to is I think about, now granted, back in the day, it wasn't like there was a lot of fucking options for fucking clothes to wear. But still, I think the point is valid, and it might not be true for everyone in case, but I feel for the most part, even how we was talking about in general about like black men trying to, appease to the master and appease to the white men and things of that nature. It was the same thing back in the day with all of the black men wearing suits and shit. You feel me? Like it wasn't that they got necessarily like wearing suits to just to be clean or because of black excellence, because that's what black excellence was. But it was like, we know that wearing a suit will even be somewhat acceptable to a white man. You feel me? At least when a white man sees me in this suit versus the jeans and a fucking t-shirt, I might, you know what I'm saying? He'll see me as acceptable. I feel like that's where that shit come from. And so when I see black excellence and they just keep tying it to niggas wearing monkey suits and shit, I'm like, bro, it's the same shit. It's the exact same shit. You feel me? We're trying to say that, you feel me? Oh, you're only being, you feel me? You're acceptable only. You feel me? You're more acceptable, goddamn, by doing this and shit. You feel me? By dressing like this and shit. And I don't like that because most of the fucking millionaires and billionaires, them motherfuckers walking around in goddamn jeans, a fucking button-up t-shirt, and some Saucony's. Fuck are we talking about? Motherfuckers ain't walking around in monkey suits and shit. So what is y'all's take on what black excellence means to you? And do you think it expands beyond just what your your attire is.
I think Black excellence doesn't have a dress code. That's exactly what I think. Like I wear like I feel like I do. I feel like we all got Black excellence. Nigga, I wear boots and a vest. I ain't got no suit and tie. Like, nigga, no. But to me, that's Black excellence as well. Like, there's a lot of different things you can say with it.
Roxy said, before I give you my rebuttal, she said, I applaud y'all for these discussions. Some of us needs to hear and learn from. Four amazing kings doing great things and moving smart and not only speaking facts, but making history.
I appreciate that. Shout out Big Rock.
Shout out Big Rock.
Yeah, appreciate that for sure.
You already know. It's Big Rock.
Yeah, and that is also the lady who does our merch. So shouts out Posh by Roxy. If you need any merchandise, follow her on her social medias at Posh by Roxy.
Make sure you tag her in this episode as well.
All right. But back to the Black excellence. See, because I'm a little more, I do my research. You know, I'm a self-educated person, and you know, I fact check a lot of things before I make a conscious decision. So being that I do know that a lot of civilization and a lot of etiquette was taught from the Moors.
Facts.
I think
the Moors.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think it would behoove someone to say that isn't us being our authentic selves, because we were the significant ones. We were the eloquent ones. We were the kings and queens. We come from royalty. So when you know who you are, to me, putting on that shit, you know what I'm saying, is making you tap into your excellence. To me, when you look good, you feel good. Whether you are in a pair, I don't think that you are not Black excellence because you are in a pair of denim jeans, t-shirt, and a fitted cap, because that's my typical attire. So I don't think that I'm not Black excellence because of what I wear, but I do think and I understand why they hold it to when we are putting our shit on, because that's when we are, to me, in our truest form.
Nah, okay. I appreciate that. Nah, I'm glad you said that. Go on, Zay.
Nah, I just want to say, AKA, I am Mr. Put That Shit On. In case people didn't know, y'all go check it out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, for real.
Hey, but you remember?
AKA Mr. Put That Shit On. But
hey, but you remember?
Hey, y'all got me. I'll put
listen,
that shit on too.
Yeah, for sure. Now with the Black excellence, for me.
Did you hear the question? My question though?
Well,
no, question. It was about. Do you think that Black excellence is tied to like your attire or what you're wearing? Because I was making a statement. I didn't like. I wasn't really feeling how every time you seen Black excellence, it was like somebody in a suit and shit.
Right. Yeah. The answer for me is you don't have to be in no suit or none of that. Like, listen, this is Black excellence on this podcast right now. Ain't none one of us got no suit on. You hear me? Ain't none one of us got no suit. Even though we can't see, I know he ain't got no suit on. You know what I'm saying?
Damn sure don't.
Listen, this is the thing.
Know he ain't got no suit on?
I know he ain't got no suit on. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, Black excellence is for somebody who might have came from nothing to being something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For somebody who has struggling parents to they're better than their parents.
Right.
They able to teach their kids to be better than them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where the Black excellence comes in. It's a pyramid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We here to keep showing the future to be better than us, which would be Black excellence. If my kid get out here and he the first man to come up with something because of me teaching him to be a certain way growing up, being better than me, learning from me, learning from people above me or that, know more than me. That's where the black excellence come in. Like what you wearing has nothing to do with black excellence.
Yeah,
What you wearing is an image that is presented to the world.
Right.
If people see you in a suit all the time, they gonna feel like, oh, he's a businessman. Just because you wear a suit every day or every time they see you, you got a suit on. Well, you might not even be a businessman, but you just
like
wear suits all the time. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna title you as being a businessman because they see you in the suit every time they see you.
Right.
So, as far as what you wear is not black excellence, because I done seen people wear suits just because they like wearing them, and they might have been a regular person where they was doing good or bad. They just like wearing them, so it would make people portray like it's the same way when people get out here, they wear big chains or whatever to people automatically, male and female, gonna feel like they got money because of the image that they see. Like, oh, this person got on the new J's. This person got such and such on. They got this big chain on. Whatever. That's the image that people hold. Because them same people could be broker than you, but they look like they might been having more going on than you. They might have had more money than you, but really, when we really go down and say, hey, let's put it on the table. And when it's put on the table, you actually doing better than them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You actually got more money than them.
But there's a part where looking apart too, to get to where you need to be. Because I was told before. Well, I was told like, yo, you gotta don't act like, don't dress like who you are, dress like where you want to be. So that comes with that, like people looking at you in suits and all that. That comes with more opportunity. Because people like you just said why actually.
I agree with that. And also because I'm an organizer and an abolitionist and an Afrofuturist, if you will, and shit, you feel me?
Yeah.
There's also the piece about creating the world that we want to exist in, and the world that we want our children and our grandchildren and our grandchildren's grandchildren to live in and shit, you feel me? And the world that I want them to live in isn't determined by them having to fucking put on a fucking suit to get somewhere to claim to be successful and shit.
It's about the black excellence.
Yeah,
them knowing what to do, where to go, how to get there.
Yeah,
not what they got on.
That's just what it is for me. You feel me? And for me myself, you feel me? Like, again, I get it. I agree with you. You feel me? Facts, because that's the society that we currently live in. You feel me? Like, you're not gonna make fucking goddamn senior partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did, yeah. You gotta, you know what I'm saying. You gotta know what you into, but
you gotta put that time in, that work in.
But as far as liberation, though, you feel me, and where and what we trying to create and shit, like, yeah, that shit. And what I wanted to say earlier was, as another note, and just something to hit on in the realm of everything else, like at the same time, during the time period when niggas was wearing suits and shit, you feel me, and whatever. Not saying everybody, and not saying that it's complete, that is like that, like right now. But y'all remember the time period and shit, you feel me, where niggas was making fun of the niggas wearing dashikis and kufis and turbans and all of this shit that black people are actually connected to in antiquity and shit, you feel me? We was making fun of the real black excellence.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? We didn't think that shit was cool. But niggas gotta do their history.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Niggas gotta do their history.
Listen, I just learned, I was at a restaurant that I normally go to. There's a black guy that worked there that I'm cool with. And he's around a lot of um, white colleagues that are, above him and stuff like that. So the thing is, it's a black person that owns a couple things. Well, he comes to me and I'm in there and he like, you know who that is? I'm like, nah. Oh, he owns such and such, such and such and such. I never would have knew unless he told me, because my man didn't walk in there in a suit. He didn't come in there looking like he was somebody, or that I would have knew like, oh, he got something going on, or
Yeah.
he this type of person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was regular. He had regular jeans on, tennis shoes, a t-shirt. He would look like any average person that might have just went to work every day. You know what I'm saying? So the image thing is not really gonna matter. The black excellence is whenever that's like you meeting somebody, is when, what do you got to bring to the table?
Yes.
That's where the black excellence come in at. Like, okay, this person did this, and that, or they did this, and that for the community. You know what I'm saying? They turned the whole community around.
Right.
You got, NFL, NBA stars, all that. We hear about a lot of them. We don't hear about some of them. You hear about some of them, like how they did so much in the community where they from, or where they was raised or whatever, and they might have created a lot of stuff for the younger generation, to where they can make the younger generation want to be great. You know what I'm saying? Want to be something instead of being out here on the social media wanting to rob and kill people. They got people out here that's young coming up wanting to be lawyers or doctors or have something going on with it. That's the black excellence. You know what I'm saying? What you instill as being a black person into younger generation, the same way the older generation can still do for us right now. You know what I'm saying? Because you can always learn. You never stop learning. So you could be doing good as a black person, black excellence, but you can still learn from somebody that may be older or wiser than you, to be able to get you a little further along in life. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the black excellence is really about.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree. So when you were speaking on community, and to bring it back to us being the premise of art for change, we're gonna close it out with some art for change questions. And speaking on community, what role do you think art plays in community building, fostering dialogues among different groups?
I can say one word: graffiti.
Mm.
Graffiti is a big thing, especially in New York and up north. Like, graffiti is a good art exchange because it shows you the talent of certain people. Even in LA, when I went to the Nipsey mural, that was great. That's a change for art as well.
Got answers there?
Um, it's for the community. Um, hmm. uh, I'm gonna say like art for change would be like somebody having a center and stuff for the kids. Um, Giving them somewhere to go. That's you gonna try to make it safe as possible. Uh, Making them feel at home and comfortable where they might not have to worry. Like, they might live in a certain area that's bad,
Yeah,
but just knowing that they can come because you done came back and opened this thing or did whatever for the community, that uh, they want to be there, or they want to go there to get away from what they see on a daily basis or what they used to on a daily basis. So stuff like that is a big part. It ain't enough of that going on, really.
Right.
And that's why
It will be.
And we're gonna do and we're doing that this year. We already had conversations about this.
yeah, like that's one of the things that I look at and see. And I remember people talking about it when I was younger, and we had different places to go because social media wasn't that big back then at all. So everybody used to go to a library or a certain center or something like that to just hang with friends or whatever. Maybe do a little
YMCA, all
homework.
that.
Yeah, you had the YMCA stuff going, all that, learning how to swim, all that. When now you don't really hear nothing about none of that type of stuff going on.
That's true.
I don't even hear about kids going to the YMCA anymore. I ain't heard nobody in a long time saying, "Hey, I'm about to go drop my kid off at the YMCA for
Yeah.
such hour." Like back in the day, you heard it all the time. Like, "Oh, my kids at YMCA, I got to go pick them up at such time." Whatever. But when they was up there, they was learning. They was safe. They was having somewhere to go if they was living in a rough area, or whatever. So
Yeah.
it's stuff like that for me for the art of change
Yeah.
with the community.
Poet.
Ask the question again.
The question was, what role do you think art plays in the community, building and fostering dialogues among different groups?
It makes me think about narrative storytelling. How we convey the thoughts and feelings and experience of community, and use that to catalyze shifts in different ways. And I don't know why, it just made me think about like interpretive dance. I've never seen a really good dancer. That's an art form that speaks across everything. It don't matter what language you speak. You can understand what a dancer is saying by the movements that they find.
Okay, I like that answer.
I like that answer as well. What barriers do you think Black artists face in art, in the art world today, and how do you think we can go about addressing these to make it more of an inclusion for everyone?
We got to work twice as hard. That's what I see. But I also see like social media is helping a lot of Black people, which is good what we're doing right now, actually. We're promoting everybody who has a great talent, who deserves it. Even upcoming people, all types of people. And you don't have to be Black to get on here either. So, yeah, that's what I think.
Beethoven?
Give me the question one more time.
Yeah, it says, what barriers do Black artists face in the art world today, and how can these be addressed to foster inclusion?
Um, it's a lot of I'm gonna go in with the gang affiliation stuff. Um, we just had the YSL situation. Little baby actually changed his because he learned and got more knowledge of how it could, damage his career or damage him as a person with him having the fans that he has. Um, the gang relation thing is something that kind of needs to change. Um, that's a big barrier, even though in the music industry, um, they had names. It was really no such thing of it technically being a gang. It was just like a group of people, and they called themselves this or that. And maybe you had one or two people rather that did something. Well, what was going on is people go and do something, and you're supposedly gang affiliated, but group affiliated, and now they feel like the whole circle is doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, the gang affiliation thing would be something big with that situation.
Poet.
Hey, Cole, I got a question for you since you're an artist.
Hold on, but ask that question again one more time.
I want to ask you a different question since you're an
I
artist.
want to, but I had an answer to that one though. It was
Okay. It's what appears to Black artists face in the art world today, and how can we address to foster inclusion?
Oh yeah. So all I wanted to say on that was I feel like the actual biggest barrier is, you remember what I said? It might have been on the very first podcast that y'all had me on. You remember when I said about wanting a seat at the table, and you got to be a person that wants to create your own table or be willing to flip the table that the people got?
Yes, sir.
You feel me? That's the biggest barrier, is that inclusion piece. That's been a problem for Black people, specifically Black people, for a very long time. Even as you spoke to earlier tonight, you feel me? How you said, white people always work together and Hispanics always work together, and everybody else always works together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's that inclusion piece. We gotta stop wanting and having this want to be included in what everybody else calls great, because what they're calling great is their inclusiveness. Like you said, everybody else works together, and so that's why they call their shit great. And that's why we, for some reason, want to be a part of that instead of getting our shit together, supporting each other and uplifting each other as Black people, and going back to that, how we honor ourselves and shit, you feel me, and what Black excellence really is, and you feel me, and all of that, bro. Like, that's the biggest barrier, you feel me? Fuck trying to be included. We have to include ourselves. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, what was the next one?
What's your question?
Being that you are an artist, poet, how does your identity as being a Black man influence the way that you create or interpret art?
At this point, I definitely just again, in light of even a lot of things that we spoke to tonight, I value myself. I love, you feel me, that I'm able to call myself a Black man, a melanated man. I'm appreciative and grateful for my life and my experience, the good and the bad, if you know what I'm saying, what you want to call it. And so in valuing myself and in honoring myself, I know how important my words are, my thoughts are, and my experiences, through my music and through the community work and the activism that I do. And through my music and my poetry, I'm able to I'm able to tell the stories and paint the pictures in a way that the folks can just digest it. Mm-hmm. And I have a lot of messages and a lot of just experience and guidance that I put into my music. And that stems back to, again, me being a Black man and my experience growing up in America.
I like what you said when you said you value yourself, because I don't know what I would do without me.
Right.
And I'm the hardest person. I'm the hardest on myself than I am with other people.
That's why everybody laughed at Snoop when he said, "I want to thank me," but I'm like, bro, that shit went right over y'all heads. Everybody want to clown and troll, but Snoop saying some deep ass shit.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do without me because I gotta take care of me to take care of this house. I gotta take care of me to take care of my kids. I gotta take care of me. I come first. I ain't gonna lie to you, and it's self criticism, and I criticize myself the most over anybody. Like I judge me the most out of anybody. So,
I got a question for you.
All right, what's the question? Let's get it.
What is your envision for the future of art for change?
By my birthday, May 19th. My vision is we're gonna start monetizing. That's most importantly. We're gonna hit the goal we need, and it's the end of the year goal, but I want it to be a 6-month goal. So we're gonna start monetizing. We're gonna start helping the community. We had this talk already earlier, Mister. You want me to keep talking? I could go on and on.
I mean, you can cut it off when you want to cut it off. It's up to you, bro.
All right. So, my vision is get the right people, and not even like I don't want to aim for people with a lot of followers. I want upcoming people too. I want both. I don't want to aim for people with a lot of followers only, but I want to aim for both, and I want to get a message out because some people, even like if they got a little bit of followers or they got a lot of followers, they're not good people. I want good people. I want good people, honest people, transparent people. Like this is what I want, you know. And because some people in the industry, they're gonna fuck you over. They fuck people over. I don't like that. I want honest people. So yeah.
They told me being our new co-host. What did you?
Hold the fuck up. He got a new co-host.
Man,
Hold the fuck up.
listen, why he acted like he don't know, man? Why he acted like he don't know? Why he acted like he don't know?
You better start showing up there, motherfucker.
Hey,
Listen,
he ain't nice like boss.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna get on your ass.
I ain't worried about him because he know I get on him back. I'm gonna be on the stop,
and I love it.
But go ahead, Mister, with the question.
I said, what is your envision for Art for Change podcast, brother? What kind of contribution are you trying to make to the platform?
Well, really for the platform itself, success for sure. You know, we making a wave. I like being able to even see the comments, even that anybody even comment, that means people watching, whether we see them or not. You know, the comments is letting us know that hey, we watching, we listening. They trying to get involved in the conversation. So I just wanted to get bigger, more success. I'm gonna do my part and help it go to the top. I feel like it's good vibes. We're gonna keep making it good vibes. Keep making people want to watch it. We're gonna keep it real all the way 1,000. It ain't gonna be no, what I'm saying, halfway doing that.
You love
Yeah, it ain't gonna be no halfway doing that. And so even for the interview people or whoever, whatever you do, whoever, what I'm saying, you get on, we want you to be yourself. We want you to enjoy yourself while you're on the show. What I'm saying? We're gonna try to have fun every time. We're gonna try to make it, a pleasant a pleasant ride. Yeah, a pleasant ride, because we're gonna be on the ride when we get on here, what I'm saying? It's gonna be like waves. They're gonna go up and down. It's gonna get crazy. But
Yeah,
we definitely
and be
gonna
prepared.
we're definitely gonna get it. We're gonna definitely push hard to keep getting it out there. We're gonna do some possibly billboard sign stuff. We're gonna, you know what I mean, we're gonna try to get the shirts, hoodies. We're gonna
No,
get
we're not
different
gonna
stuff
try.
going on.
We're getting them. We're
Well,
not
I'm saying,
trying.
yeah. We're gonna get different stuff going on, different motion, man. Try to make it something big.
That's back to Big Rock. Hey, I
Mhm.
don't know if she watching Big Rock. Hey, yeah, yeah. So yeah, she gonna get us right. We're gonna be good with that.
Poet, I got a question for you.
Here.
Do you
Yo.
believe certain artistic mediums, such as like visual art and music and literature, are more effective in promoting change? And if you do, why or why not?
Um. hmm. I think it could potentially be situational.
Mhm.
Um. Yeah, I think it could potentially be situational just because even if you want to look at like any art form that you can name as its own language.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Different languages are going to speak to different people. There are a lot of languages that speak to multiple people, but there are certain languages that only speak to certain people. And so, yeah, by that, if again, in certain situations, if you're trying to move certain people or send a message to a certain group, you know that you're going to have to use a certain medium to convey that message.
Right. Would
I
you?
feel that. That's why it's only certain people going to different countries with different songs, and the fans go just as crazy as they do in America. And they
Right.
might be, a whole fleet of foreign people or anything. You know what I'm saying? But I done seen it.
I think I think visual art, something that you can visually see and appreciate with your eyes. And I think music and visual art are the biggest or the strongest mediums for pushing or promoting change, because you know you could think of several pieces that were made, what I'm saying, as a symbol of change. Just seeing the picture that the person took of Jesse Owens holding up, what I'm saying, the Black Power fist at the Olympics. That was an iconic thing. Seeing the picture of Muhammad Ali underwater, you know, getting ready to fight. That's an iconic visual uh art. I think it moves people. And then think about when we talk about the person who impacted us the most with art. When I was speaking on Michael Jackson, I mean, he's a global icon. So I think music and visual art is like, think about Mona Lisa. Like everyone knows the Mona Lisa. Think about the Eiffel Tower. Everybody knows the Eiffel Tower. So I think visual art and music are two of the largest platforms or mediums, artistic mediums, that really pushes the agenda of change forward.
I like that. I like that.
All right, for
Hey,
listeners,
no, hold up. Can I ask some questions?
of course you can, brother.
No, because hey, I gotta ask some questions. All right, so I seen a quote that J. Cole said earlier. He was like, your misconception of my reality don't change reality. Don't change my reality. It gives you the wrong reality.
It gives you, yeah.
So that comes with, how do y'all feel about rumors about you, and do you address them?
Oh, for me, listen, people talk about Tobin every day. You hear me? This is an everyday thing for
they
Tobin, man.
talk they talk about you every day.
Every day,
You're the talking of town.
every day, good or bad, somebody talking. I mean, I just know, you know what I'm saying? That's just the world. Like, there's somebody talking about you every day, good or bad, but it's somebody talking about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just how I go. If I hear the rumors, I mean, I'm the type of person. If I hear something, I might not even, you know, I could be in the room and somebody could be talking and it be about me and I not even say nothing to them. And I know the person that said it and I just go to them and holler at them directly, like, oh, I heard such. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because me, I like to know who said it. Because I'm the person that's going to put you
Address the
on.
situation. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to put you on the spot. You know what I'm saying? If you said something and it get back to me from another person, I'm asking that person, well, who said it? And when they go to saying, I can't tell you that, well, why you even say something? If you ain't gonna tell me who said it, I don't even know why you even brought it to me. Why you say something? Because now I'm at the point where you done told me what you told me. So now let's call this person or go in front of this person. I want to see them be able to say like that they said what you said. You know what I'm saying? At that point, then I know, okay, it's real. Like they standing behind what they say. Like, because you're gonna have somebody that's gonna be like, oh, this person said you da 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 da. Okay. Well, who said it? Oh, I can't tell you that because the person that said it was them and not somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, when I ask you who said it, you like you can't tell me. I want you to be able to. That person got to be able to tell me the same thing in front of you.
Yeah.
At that point, then I know it's really that, and then me and them can address it. You know what I mean? If it's that, and you know what I'm saying, you that adamant about it, you feel a certain way, then you gonna stand behind it regardless.
Yeah.
If somebody come to me and be like, "Oh, I heard you said such," and I know I said, "Yeah, that's what I said." I mean, what we gonna do? We gonna talk about it. We gonna do something about it. It's gonna go one way or the other. It's not
That's
gonna be
it.
no. Yeah, it's not gonna be no. Oh no, I didn't say that. If I said it, I said it. Like, but that's just how stuff go with that. Like that rumor stuff, man. It don't even bother me. I done had family members, everybody. It don't matter.
Hey, real shit. Yeah, real shit. I agree with 100% what you said. Yeah, Mister.
Um, so my name is Mr. Sapiosexual, right? So to know what a sapiosexual is a person that is attracted or finds intelligence attractive. So being that I'm of a higher intelligence, I can't belittle myself to deal with small things. I feel like I'm up here with my maturity and um, with my intellect than most common people. So if we're discussing rumors, that's small talk to me. I don't discuss rumors. We can't even compute. We can't even have a conversation. So if someone has a perception of me, or you come to me telling me that someone has a perception of me that is not my reality, I don't have to respond to their perception, what I know is not factual. You know what I mean? So no, I don't address rumors. You feel what you feel. You think what you think. I don't really care too much.
Poet.
Shit, I can't even really. I mean, similar sentiments to Mister. I can't even really speak on it from the standpoint I haven't had to deal with that shit, and I don't know how long. I don't even deal. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's saying some rumors about me, I'm not hearing them motherfuckers. I'm
Yeah.
dealing with the opposite and shit. You feel me? I've been dealing with the past few years random motherfuckers popping up on me type shit like. Damn, I just felt the energy. I didn't know what was going on, but I just had to be back here. I just had to meet you. I just had to talk to you type shit. Like, you feel me? I've been dealing with the opposite, not rumors, but motherfuckers just drawn to my
Energy.
energy and shit.
Yeah.
Goddamn, you feel me? Because I because I know that I am not. You feel me? In the egotistical way, like I am no better than any other man and shit. You feel me? But I know that I am better than you. You know what I'm saying? I know that I am vibrating higher and shit. You feel me? Than a lot of people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. So let's what are our goals each one of us. What's our goals for this year, other than the podcast? And I want to start with you, Zaytoven.
Oh, goals for the year.
Yeah.
Number one, stay blessed. You know, be humble with you know the world as it's coming to you. Don't get ahead of yourself. Um, the goals is to keep elevating, man. Keep growing. Um, stay positive. Keep the positive energy around. Keep the negative away much as
Yeah.
possible. That's a big goal to keep the negative energy away. Um, because the negative energy, it turned a whole lot of stuff real bad for you. Being around a lot of negative energy. So definitely keeping the negative energy away, uh taking more trips, enjoying life a little more, uh been working hard for years and years, just grinding. But investments, taking trips, building the podcast up, just
Mm-hmm.
really elevating, you know what I'm saying? Keeping the negative energy away and elevating, man.
Yeah. My goal is to help people around me elevate, because I like that word that you just used. Elevate, because if, like, I think we spoke on this earlier, if you're around me, you got to be doing something.
For
And
sure.
like, we need to
Yeah,
help each other as Black people as well. We need to help each other get to a point, like, you're only as strong as your weakest link. So and we're a link right here. This is a link, and my goal is to make sure everybody around us is happy, because happiness is, if my dog is down, then I'm not happy, which, so it affects all of us as one. So that's my goal, and my goal also is to take care of my grandma. I got to talk more to my grandma. Actually, I got to call her after this, actually, if she's woke. But and I want to treat everything like it's personal. Everything that I go through every day for this whole year, and from now on, I want to treat it like it's personal. Like, I gotta do this. I ain't got no choice, and I don't want to make excuses. I'm not making any excuses this year at all. There's no excuse. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. If I ain't gonna say I'm gonna do it. So that's my goals.
Everything is intentional. I love that.
Everything, everything.
I love that.
All right, poet.
Shit. Just take a quote from uh my track Blue Pill that's on the album Manifestation,
Yes, sir.
out on all platforms
Out now,
come
baby.
on now,
right
come on
now.
now.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just take a short little line. I want healing, I want peace on earth, but first I want these millions.
I
I know
love.
that's right.
I
All right,
love.
Mister.
Um.
And then you can end it after this.
Yeah, that's fine. Um. I want this to be a transformational. I want this to be a transformational year. Um. I want to. I don't want to talk about being about the change, but I actually want to be part of the solution. Um. I want to be more intentional in my community. I want to be more intentional in my family. I want to get off the road working because I travel for work in my day job. And I want this to become my day job before the end of the year. And I want to be a full time poet and getting paid to my poetry full time and being closer to my children. That's what I
That's
want.
what I like to hear, boy. All right,
Oh yeah,
I'm
oh
proud of
yeah.
you. I'm proud of all of us. Real shit. I'm proud of all of us.
But for everybody listening, man, and thank all you guys for being here tonight. For everybody listening, please don't forget to subscribe for Art for Change podcast for more stories and incredible artists that will be making their way this way. If you love this episode, consider leaving us a review on our favorite podcast platforms or your favorite podcast platform, excuse me. Your feedback means the world to us.
Yeah, man. We love the feedback for sure. Love the feedback, love the questions, all of that.
All that shit, man. And to help us reach our goal to reach to more listeners. As always, remember the art is a powerful tool for change. Let's continue to be an uplifting voice to inspire and challenge others. Until next time, keep creating, keep questioning, keep thinking, and making positive differences in this world. And keep arting for change. Mr. Sapiosexual.
And all you gotta do is be you.
Peace.
All right. Good show tonight, gentlemen. Appreciate you.